Hey planner friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning from the 2nd to the 8th of November in my annual passion planner. Let's get started. So the kit I'm using this week is Bonfire from Plannerface. Pretty appropriate seeing as it was Bonfire night on Thursday. I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use code RAR10 to save yourselves 10% at checkout. This week is quite a quick video because there wasn't a lot going on, and then English lockdown number 2 happened, so there's even less to add in. As always, I've just coloured in the time where I'm going to be asleep with a regular pencil, and then I'm going in with my Stabilo fine liner to add in any alarm times and split the focus box and split the to-do boxes, and then add in that little work habit tracker. As we're in November, my theme colour for the month has changed to this cute blue. So I'm using a pattern marker to colour in the focus boxes of days where I'm not at work, and then I'll also use the same pattern marker to colour in the checkboxes in the to-do list section. As I've mentioned before, I really like the chisel tip side on the pattern markers because they've got a really fine edge, so they're really good for trying to get as neat a line as possible in these focus boxes, even though apparently I can't get it in frame today. So I hope you can understand that my next few videos aren't going to have much interesting happening in them because I'm basically just going to be planning how I'm going to spend my time stuck at home. If you're going back into lockdown wherever you are, I hope you're staying safe. Let me know how you're feeling about it in the comments. I was kind of annoyed to begin with, but I'm getting over that now as there's not a lot for me to do in November anyway, so I'm just going to chill at home. So that's pretty much all of my highlighting done. And then I'm going to use the fine liner side to just draw out my work hours for the week. And this week was Tuesday to Friday as I had Monday off as the last of my Halloween annual leave. The fine liner side of this pen doesn't show up great on camera, but you can see it better in real life, honest. So that's the pen base of my spread all done. Next I'm going to get my cutting mat and start cutting up the washi. So as usual with Plannerface kits, I'm just going to split this washi in half, and that pretty much covers the headers in the to-do list and the space of infinite possibility. Now we can start popping some stickers down on paper, so I'm going to start with my meal plan sticker, which as always I've made an Excel and just printed out on sticker paper myself, and then I'm going to add in a habit tracker for my daily check-in. This is to make sure that I kind of am looking at my planner every day. I really notice the difference when I just stop looking at it, and I like having things to tick off. I'm the sort of person who will add something to a to-do list that I've already done so that I can tick it off. And then above that I'm just covering up the quote with this decorative box of a bonfire because it's bonfire night this week. Unfortunately, we didn't actually get to do anything for bonfire night. We watched some fireworks out of the window, but everything that we would normally go to was cancelled because of, pandemic. Anyway, so I'm starting this week with my gratitude header for some reason. This is just the thinnest of the 4 strips that I cut, and then I'm going to start covering up my personal and work to-do list section and then cover the space of infinite possibility. It would have been nice if we could have seen the stars like they are on this washi at any point this week, but the weather's been pretty rubbish. At least that means that I don't want to go outside because it's wet and cold and rainy. I'm just going to add in my weekend banner and then we can get into the day-by-day planning. So the first thing I'm going to add in is 2 bills that I have this week, and as usual I've cut the bill due stickers in half, so I just have the bill part just to reduce the amount of space they take up in my planner, and then I'm cutting a little chunk out so they fit nicely within the timelines. I was initially going to put the blue one on Monday and the orange one on Friday, but then I realised that it would be right next to the blue habit tracker, so I switched them around just to spread the colours out a bit more. And then I'm just going to use the side of my craft knife to help me place that little chunk of the sticker back down in line with the rest of it. I find using the side of my craft knife much easier than using tweezers for this. Next up, I'm going to mark some training that was supposed to happen on Tuesday morning that's got moved to next week, and I'm just using a quarter box, I think this is, which fits nicely within an hour and a half of the timelines. Unfortunately, we have inspectors in next week as well, so although this training's moved to next week, I don't think it's going to happen then either, to be honest. Next up, I'm going to use a skinny event label to mark a meeting on Tuesday afternoon, and the skinny event labels in the old mini kit format from Plannerface fitted really nicely within an hour. And then to mark these two events, I'm going to first off use a book doodle from the kit to mark the meeting, and then also I think I look through the deco and choose a little bonfire to mark the training in the morning. I really like using deco from the kit instead of like pulling in icons from my stash, because then I feel like the spread looks really themed. Next, I'm using another skinny event label to mark a seminar that I have on Wednesday afternoon, and then I'm going to mark that with the laptop doodle from the kit. As I've done on previous weeks, I'm going to use a mini flag from the kit in the focus box at the top of Wednesday to mark that I'm working from home that day. And then I'm just going to add in my yoga class so that I can work out the spacing on Thursday. So Thursday was Bonfire night in the UK, and I have these really pretty UK holiday stickers from K Elizabeth Plans, and what I've really enjoyed doing on previous holidays is layering it over 2 glitter headers. So I thought these orange ones were pretty appropriate. That's pretty much all of the big things I had planned this week. Like I said, it was a really slow week. So I'm just using a flag from the kit and the planner doodle for my planning time on Saturday morning, and then using a quarter box for recording this voiceover, which I did start on Saturday, but as usual I'm finishing on Sunday. There wasn't any candle deco in this kit, so I've gone for a lantern instead. Next up, I have cut up the heart checklist from the kit, and I'm using that to pop in uploading this video on Sunday afternoon. And then I'm going to cover the heart with a YouTube play button icon from Ickle & Co. So next up, I'm going to add in my gym routine for the week, and obviously this changed a lot when lockdown got announced, but I filmed this before that announcement. But I was struggling when I was filming this because I did join a new gym just before lockdown. Amazing timing, well done Natalie. But I wanted to see how busy my new gym would be at the times I actually wanted to train, rather than going at like the latest time I could at night, which is what I'd been doing with my old gym. So yeah, there's a lot of moving things around while I was filming this, and then a lot more moving around when I had to completely change what I wanted to do. I did manage to do my 100k deadlift before lockdown, so I didn't lose all the progress that I'd made in the last couple months. So we ended my 3 months of being able to go back to the gym on a high. Anyway, this half box is just for whatever we do on Saturday night, and then I'm going to add in my cleaning checklist for Sunday morning. Obviously with my cleaning checklist in the timelines, it's not as detailed as it is in my to-do list, but it kind of blocks off the time that I'm going to use to do all the cleaning, if that makes sense. Now I'm just going to add in some extra icons from the kit. So I add in the cleaning icon to cover the seam on that checklist, and the laundry icon on Monday morning for laundry obviously. And then I'm going to add a decorative box on Monday to kind of block off some time where I'm just planning to relax before I go back to work on Tuesday. And then I'll just trim the excess off that box so it fits nicely in the timelines. So that's all of the very small amount of plans that I have for this week. I'm going to go through and add in my breakfast, lunch and dinners with my Pilot friction pen and highlight those with my blue passion marker. The meal times that I put in my planner, I think I've said this before, they're more like guidelines than actual times that I'm going to eat. For example, on Saturday evening I was texting Kat from Peace Love Plans saying that I was eating my dinner at like 10 to 10 when I put it in my planner as 7 p.m. I just got totally engrossed in like watching the news on Saturday afternoon and hearing the outcome of the US election. I am so happy that Trump did not get re-elected, even though I don't live there. That I just totally lost track of time and ended up eating at like 10 p.m. These things happen, I guess. So that's pretty much the before the pen picture of my spread, and now we can get into filling in my plans. So I'm using my Pilot friction pen to write everything in, and the erasableness of this pen came in very handy this week when I had to change my entire gym routine around. So overall this week's been pretty good. It's definitely ended on a high at least. Work was pretty stressful because we had our inspectors in and we still got them in next week, so hopefully that stress will be over soon. I say in like they're physically coming in, but the whole thing's being done virtually. And I don't know whether that's making it more or less stressful, to be honest. but I've really had some time in the evenings to like relax and unwind, and although I'm a bit worried about being without the gym because it is such an integral part of managing my illnesses, I feel good about like a month of training at home. I've done 1 or 2 workouts in my lounge already. The most annoying thing about it is that I've got like screw-on barbell clips rather than actual clips, and they're really, really irritating and stiff. But I'll put up with that for a few weeks if it means that we can get out of this whole lockdown situation sooner. We also started watching His Dark Materials, the BBC series, this week. It's one of my favourite book series as a kid, so I don't know why we didn't watch it when it initially came out, but I think the 2nd season starts this weekend as well, so that was really nice. We've been trying to have like at least one night where we're not both just sat in front of our computers for the entire day, so we've got like a TV night instead, which is still a screen, but it's a screen that's further away from my face. So now I can just get into adding things into my personal and work to-do list. These filled up quite a lot over the course of the week because it was a pretty busy week considering I had pretty much nothing planned at the beginning of it. But I'm looking at it now and almost everything's ticked off, which I'm happy about. There's only a few things that I've had to add into next week's spread as well. As usual, I have all of my personal to-dos on the left-hand side, and that's like household stuff and also social media stuff and just general life stuff. And then on the work side, I have a section for any big to-dos for the week, and then a habit tracker for things that I have to do every day. And then that bottom section is for my gratitude, and I'm again using the Ellie Beth Designs UK gratitude prompts for November 2020, which weren't available when I was first doing the spread because I set this spread up in October, but I filled in once I had them available. So the last thing to do is to add in my weekly focuses. So my personal focus was initially going to be starting round 3 of my 5-3-1 training program. Obviously, due to the lockdown being announced after I'd set this up, that didn't happen, and that focus changed to lockdown 2.0. And then my work focus was just prepping for our external assessors coming in. So that's all the pre-planning done for this week. Let's take a look at the finished spread. As always, my spread has filled up with everything that I did during this week, and I really love how this has turned out. I love how much of the deco I got to pull into this spread, and the colours are just nice and cozy, and obviously I had to include one of the hilarious cartoons that I've seen being shared around Instagram today into my reflection in the space of infinite possibility. So that's everything for this week, guys. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!